Hey friends, it's Sadie. Come get ready with me for my day of press for Duck Dynasty The Revival. Let's get it, girl. Make me look beautiful.
You already.
You're the best. I don't even have to give her any inspo because Yuko has been actually doing my glam since I was a teenager. So whenever I used to model for Sherry Hill, that's how I met Yuko, and then she's just become our person. She literally did my sister's wedding, and anytime I'm in New York, I think of her, and so I didn't even tell her anything, and I love it. I always like to look like myself still, because I feel like when you don't look like yourself, you have a hard time being yourself, and I think those things go together. So if you look like yourself, you're, confident in that.
Are you saying that you need to live original?
I'm saying you need to live original, yes. Hey, you gotta live true to your message. If you put something like that out there, then it's a challenge to yourself. There's always a temptation to, do more, look a certain way, but truly, to feel like yourself is such a gift, and to be confident in that and who you are, it goes a long way. It impacts, I think, the words you say and the way you communicate with people. So I'm thankful she makes me feel like myself, but the best version.
Honey, I'm home.
The Robertsons are back.
So today we are talking all about Duck Dynasty The Revival on Hulu, which is so exciting. So we have a full press day, and this one's been super fun because I've done a lot of press in the past for different things, and a lot of times it's the early mornings and the whole day of work, and that can be fun and tiring, especially when you're doing it by yourself. But doing it with my family is so different. We had so much fun yesterday. It's really crazy to come back. I think it's something that we never really thought we would do. People have always asked, will you do a spin-off show, or will y'all ever do a spin-off show? But I didn't think we would get to do a continuation of something. Duck Dynasty was so special, and it was something that really did impact a lot of families. And then for A&E to pick it back up and it be called The Revival, there's just something super, super cool about that, and Hulu picking it up. Obviously in the first Duck Dynasty, I was the kid. Now I have 3 kids. That's just so crazy. So in one sense, it's wow, we blinked and here it is. But in another sense, there's a lot of life lived throughout the first and the second. I got married, I had 2 children, I was pregnant with my 3rd the whole time we filmed this last season. And so to do it now as a family has been so special. I always tell people, people ask me, would you ever do Dance with the Stars again? Would you ever do that kind of stuff again that you did in the past? And I was oh my gosh, yes, I would actually want to, because I want to do those things again now, being more confident in who I am. I feel the first time around, I was a kid, I was a teenager, I was trying to figure out who I am, and had all the insecurities you have as a teenager, just natural anxieties of life, and to get the chance to do it again, but in a healthier place in my life and with my family and with more meaning for me personally, has been the greatest gift. There is so much I want to pass on to my daughters in that sense. Just really embracing who you are and showing the world that, because we always tell our kids, every single day, you're the light of the world, you are the light of the world, because that's our call in our life. The Bible says you're the light of the world, a city on a hill, you're not meant to be hidden under a stand, but go out there, shine your light. And so I always tell my daughters that, and we have such a unique opportunity to do that on TV, and I do think the world does need a bit of what our show holds, family and the gift of family, and not taking yourself too seriously, being able to laugh even through the hard things in life. And my grandfather passed away this summer, and even in season 2, it's not out yet, we're talking about season 1, but in season 2 we get to show just kind of how we walk through that, his funeral and the tears, but also the joys of celebrating life. And so this show really is about family and generations and legacy. And so for me personally, to carry that tension of losing my grandfather, but also birthing a new child and just life itself has been a super amazing experience for us. So season 2, we get to really show that, how we're kind of getting to celebrate his life and honor his life, and it was really special. My grandpa was a really unique person, and had a lot of things that are just different from the world, and so it's been really cool to kind of reflect on his life. But one thing that's been awesome is, my girls didn't get to know my grandfather. He had Alzheimer's for the past few years, so they don't know him. But we have Duck Dynasty to watch, and so they've been watching Duck Dynasty, the first one, and like getting to know who he was, which is so cool. And they love it. They love watching the show, and they love watching the news. They love seeing themselves on TV. My middle child is so funny. We were watching the other day. She's like, "Where me? Where me?" Because she wasn't in the episode, and they like actually want to be a part of the whole thing. And for them, you know, they didn't realize they were going to be on TV. They don't have language for that, but they're just like, "This is awesome. I get to play with my cousins every day. I get to go over to K-Mom and Dub's house." And then, you know, now that they see it on TV, I think it's really cool. My kids, like Honey and Haven, they have found my Dancing with the Stars videos because we were just on a family beach trip. We're watching Dancing with the Stars, and my cousins are like, "Let's watch Sadie's," and I was very embarrassed, but my girls were like obsessed. And so now Honey's been asking every day, "Can we watch your Mario dance?" Which is so cute. So I didn't realize that until I went back to the show last year with Christian. And Ezra, you know, he's a dancer now, but he was not a pro at the time, so I didn't know Ezra. And the first time he saw me, he's like, "Oh my gosh, the Mario dance." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, am I still being talked about in this ballroom, the Mario dance?" And literally so many people kept talking about the Mario dance. It was so fun. I was like, that really was iconic. Mark is the best choreographer, like hands down. I love all of the dancers, but he was my pro, so I gotta be biased. He's just the best, and they had never gotten the rights to use the Mario music until then, and so that was like such an honor to get to do, and it was really fun. We're actually going back for the 20th anniversary coming up.
Are you watching this season?
I am, but I have to say, like, having 3 kids is a little crazy, so I can't just like sit down and watch. So I've been watching through Instagram, but I see all the dances and try to, you know, if I can watch on TV. It's really cute. Honey watched with me last week, and she tried to copy every single dance, and she was like, "Text Whitney and tell her I love copying hers." So it's cute.
Let me ask you, are you still in touch with Whitney and Mark?
I am, yes. It really is a family. Like, when I went last year, it was so funny. It was like everyone, it was like I didn't leave. It really is such a family environment. Like, the security guard was like, "I can't believe you're a mom." Like, it's just all of them. The body artist was so excited that I was back, and they have just created such a loving atmosphere. Whitney is amazing, seeing her become a mom. Alfonso, you know, I'm so grateful we were on the same season together. His wife is a great friend of mine, and so it's really cool. I mean, you can't not love him. He's amazing, and him being with Whitney, I mean, that's just like an incredible combo. I mean, Robert is, he's a light of the world kind of person, and he definitely lights up the ballroom, so cheering him on too. I mean, Mark, don't hate me for that, but I definitely think Robert's crushing it, and it's so fun. I think this season is a great season. Dina Katz, who casts the show, does an incredible job, and she really has a vision for it, so it's awesome. I found out I was pregnant the day after our first day of filming the show, and it was such a surprise. And so I found out I'm pregnant. I'd already had the whole year booked with my own like speaking stuff and all of my work, and then we started filming the show, and now I'm pregnant with our third. Oh my gosh, it was the craziest season of my life, but I'll look back at that forever and be like, wow, I'm honestly like proud of myself, because I'm like, wow, I did that, and like I feel like I'm a great mom to my kids and was able to be present with our family and doing this show. And so it was definitely a day-by-day thing. It was one of those things like, don't look too far ahead, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough worries on its own. Do it one day at a time. And it taught me a lot. I'm still taking that mindset into this season. Like, don't look too far ahead. One day at a time. Tomorrow has worries at its own. And I think you kind of have to do that in, you know, motherhood, especially to be present in the moment. Like right now, it's crazy. Here I am, you know, doing a press day with 2 toddlers essentially, and then, you know, nursing my newborn in the midst of all of these little things. But I'm like, man, I'll look back at this and be like, those were the days, you know. Man, my latest mom win, that is a great question. Honestly, yesterday, throughout that press day, feeding her at all the right times, and she didn't have like any moment of being, like, I was thinking, there's probably gonna be some moments she's gonna have to cry a little to wait until I'm done, but it was like every single moment just timed out perfect, and that was truly a mom win.
I also wanted to ask about Uncle Si. I know recently he had a little bit of a health issue. I was wondering if you had any update on him,
Yeah.
how he's feeling. Is he on this trip? What is
He's not on this trip, but he is doing good. Uncle Si Sai definitely has some health things going on, but he's still kicking around. He can't get around quite as fast, but he has a little scooter in his oxygen tank, and he's hilarious because like he'll just get some oxygen and then let's go. It's very funny to watch him just navigate this season of life with the same childlike spirit he's always had, and he just keeps us laughing.
Alrighty, ready to go to work. So let's go. Thanks for getting ready with me.